Chamber used to be one of the most broken agents in Valorant, until Riot completely nerfed him so much so that he's now not that good in my opinion. Which is why I'm going to be insta-locking Chamber in my ranked games to once and for all see how good he actually is. Before I go into a game though, I need to get a bit more used to what he actually does, because at this point I've literally never played him before. Okay, so as Chamber, obviously the trip for flank, which is probably the worst one in the game. I actually hate it. I never think it's very good, but we'll find out. We've also got the Sheriff, a TP to get out of areas, and then obviously the ult, which I literally never op. So this is going to be interesting. After that very brief introduction to Chamber, I've decided the only way to actually get comfortable with him is just going into my first game, which ended up being on Ascent. I started off defending on B site where I tried to get an early kill, but unfortunately it didn't work. And then after rotating to mid, I missed my shot, which will end up being a pretty common theme. Since I'm now playing Chamber though, I got an Outlaw on the second round, which actually went really well.
There's a Sheriff.
And in round 3 I still had my Outlaw, but now that I'm in a 2v3 retake, it's probably going to be pretty difficult.
One enemy remaining.
10 bullets. 9 4.
Teleport's ready.
Even though I didn't really do much, we still won the round. And now that we've won the first 3 rounds, I could afford my first op of this video. But before I show you that, I need to tell you that for every 10,000 subscribers I get until I hit 100k, I'm going to give away a new bundle. And because I just hit 50k, I'm doing a giveaway of the new bundle when it comes out to one of you guys. All you need to do to enter is go to my Twitter post in my description and follow the steps there. I started in market and tried to peek into B main, and I guess now you'll see why I never really play with the op at all. I also got hit a few times, so now I'm pretty low, which means I'm going to have to hit my first shot in the next fight. Honestly, just never let me pick up this gun again. I went back to the Vandal and still died in the next 2 rounds in a row without really doing anything. And then in round 7, I finally got my ult. So I tried to hold down mid and I didn't really see anything. So after getting onto B site, I picked up a Vandal and finally got another kill. Honestly, I may as well just not use my ult at all and just stick to the Vandal because I know this is going to keep on getting much worse. I then got killed by a lurking killjoy in the next round, and then literally the same thing happened again. At halftime it was 6-6 and I'm really not playing that well. Like, even if I did have some more kills, I just have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing as a Chamber. Although in round 14 I did get my first kill with a headhunter, so I tried to keep on getting some more kills.
One heaven. There's a bulldog on you, Cloud.
Phoenix was it. Both.
One enemy remaining.
Chill. Looking right.
Spike planted.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Last player standing.
Well, I did get a few more kills, but evidently it really was not enough. Also, I said at the start of the video that Chamber isn't that good in my opinion. And before all the Chamber mains start saying it's just because I'm bad, I have a reason why I think it. He really just doesn't have a role in the game. And the only way he can actually help is either by getting a load of kills or by lurking. But for me, I just think there are other agents that are way more suited to do this. But still, I'm going to try and prove myself wrong by actually ranking up only by using Chamber. And now that I've queued into another game on Icebox, a map that Chamber's actually pretty good at, I was excited about what I could do. I started off defending on top of yellow to try and get an early kill on pistol round, but of course I missed all my shots and also almost died. I was still somehow the last alive of my team, but it didn't really matter. The round after I had to rotate over to A and literally everyone was already dead by the time I got there. It's actually fine though, since it was a save round. However, round 3 is where it matters, and after once again rotating to A, I still didn't do anything. For the 3rd time in a row, I had to rotate to A, but this time something was different.
Mason pipes. Pipe gate.
Honestly, I probably should have got another one, but oh well. I went a few rounds without doing anything, which is why I think Chamber is so bad. Because if you don't get a kill, you've literally had no impact at all. But finally, I got my ult, and after Jet pushed me, I actually got another kill. They rotated all the way back to A though, and even after getting another kill, my Viper and I couldn't close out the round. Honestly though, I can't keep on blaming Chamber because my aim really isn't good right now. And of course, my next kill was through a Viper ult. I was stuck with only my Headhunter and actually almost won the round, but I was left in a 1v1 with their Killjoy playing post plant. The first half ended being fairly even, and I'm doing alright, but it's nothing special. However, I'm not sure if our attack half could have started worse, as I've literally died for a Viper wall. And it carried on not going so great, because I didn't get another kill for 4 more rounds. And I'm going 9-13 while being bottom of my team. And as I said before, on Chamber, if you aren't getting kills, then you're pretty much useless. So I'm going to need to pick up my game if I actually want to win. I got 2 more kills, but we still lost the round after I was in a 2v1.
Oh my god.
And then the round after, I got my ult and finally did something on attack.
Jet backside.
I'm sticking plant.
One enemy remaining.
Me getting kills actually stops there, because for the rest of the game, I got 1 more kill and the game got to 14-12, where we obviously lost. And of course, I was last on the scoreboard. I know it just sounds like I'm making a lot of excuses, but maybe I should have played a bit more Chamber before trying him out in ranked. So I did exactly that, and just went into another comp game. Also, I started this off Immortal 2 126 RR, so I was kind of hoping I could go all the way to Immortal 3. Except, I'm already down to 80 and back to Immortal 1. Huge thank you to War Thunder for sponsoring this video. War Thunder is the most complete vehicle combat game out there, and it's totally free on PC, console, and also just came out on iOS and Android devices. You can take control of over 2,500 vehicles, including tanks, planes, helicopters, and ships from across 10 different nations. And these aren't just simple hitbox models. Each vehicle is built with insane detail, from individual fuel tanks to crew members and internal systems, all of which can be damaged. One of the coolest features for me is the X-ray damage view. When you hit or get hit, it shows exactly where the shot went, what it damaged, and how it took someone out. Also, you can fully customize your vehicles with camos, decals, and historical details. All of this while running super smooth, even on lower end hardware. So play War Thunder for free on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, or mobile devices by using my links in the pinned comment or video description. New and returning players on PC and console that haven't played in the last 6 months also receive a massive bonus pack across all platforms that include multiple premium vehicles, the exclusive vehicle decorator Eagle of Valor, 100,000 Silver Lions, and 7 days of premium account. It's available for a limited time only, so be quick. My next game was on Sunset, and as the solo sentinel, I really wasn't confident about winning. We won pistol round really easily, and then I got myself an outlaw. I peeked into B main where I got the first blood, and now since they knew there's an outlaw on B, I had to move somewhere else to catch them off guard. I honestly don't know what Cypher was doing, but I'll take the free eco frags.
One enemy remaining.
We lost the next 3 rounds though, which completely disregards the first 2 rounds that we won. And during that time, I only got 1 more kill, which obviously isn't good. I peeked mid again with a Vandal and killed their Raze pretty easily. Then, after they planted on A, I was left in a 3v2 retake.
Oh my god, I got body blocked.
We've now lost 4 in a row, and now that I've got my ult, I'm hoping it won't be as bad.
Planted.
I still managed to get 1, but like I said, I literally cannot do anything apart from shooting my gun. Like, I may as well just play CS2 at this point. I played towards mid again, and this time I killed the lurking Cypher. And in the next round, I got another kill in mid. But now that I've played mid quite a lot, I decided to switch it up and play towards A. However, they weren't there, so I started rotating.
Wait, what is that? What did I do with that trip? What am I doing? What did I do with that trip? I was meant to put it in that corner there.
They ended up going back to A, and we once again lost a 3v2 retake. For some odd reason, I felt like using an op was a good idea, and it actually kind of worked. And since I didn't die, I still had my op, and managed to get another 2 kills in the final round of the first half.
One enemy remaining.
After that, I'm now top of my team, which feels pretty weird since my last 2 games have been so bad. But since the game is tied at 6-6, it means we're going to have to play even better on attack. Yeah, I still think I have a long way to go. I died in the next round again without doing anything, and then I did the exact same thing again.
Oh, no one else held.
I actually got my first kill in the round after, which now makes the game 9-6 to us, which is kind of crazy since it's basically been a 4v5 for the past 3 rounds. And then after pushing up to A, I died to Raze with a judge. But it's fine since I can now buy an op, which has actually gone pretty well this game already. Yeah, I don't know what's worse, missing the shot or just completely forgetting about being able to switch to my headhunter. Now after only a few rounds, I'm down at the bottom of my team again, but I think I just need to have a bit more confidence in my fights if I want to have any more impact. Honestly though, what am I even doing in the second half? So far I've played mid quite a lot again and literally have not been able to do a single thing there. So I followed my team through A main.
They didn't even one-way this.
One enemy remaining.
After that, the game was on match point to us, and I wanted to try and get a little bit higher on the scoreboard, except their Rays had other ideas.
No way.
We won, and not only did I not get back to Immortal 2, I was pretty obviously the worst player on my team.
Oh, I'm not even back to Immortal 2.
Yeah, either Chamber is really bad, or I'm just terrible while playing him. Anyway, after winning that game, it was pretty late at night, so I needed to sleep. And it turns out, I didn't get back on Valorant until 4 whole days later. So when I came back, I grinded some death matches for a bit, and then once again INSTALOCKED Chamber on Lotus. We started on attack, and as pretty much every game goes on Lotus, we tried to fight for A main, and there was just a crazy amount of utility. I still got a kill from it though, and by the time I knew what was even going on, it was a 4v2, and we won the round after that. For round 2 we went C, and I caught the clove sitting in the corner. And after we got into the site, it should end up being pretty easy to plant and finish the round.
CT Neon 70.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
Yeah, this shot from Neon was actually disgusting, and after this it was really not looking good.
Yeah, nah. That's it for me. I'm done.
Now that we had no guns, we tried to run it down A again, but they just easily killed everyone, and now we can buy guns. I decided to hold down C while the rest of my team went A, and I guess I was way too immersed in my crosshair, because I completely ignored the footsteps that was stomping behind me.
Wait, what? I thought that was Omen.
I think not playing for 4 days while also doing a challenge wasn't the right idea, but I still have a feeling we can come back from this. In round 5 I died from an Odin, and my fade was in a 2v1, which they ended up winning.
Oh my god, bro.
One enemy remaining.
Where are
Actually, up here. Oh my.
Nice, cool job, mate.
Oh my god, that was so.
Nice, very good job. That's
After that I could get another Vandal, and with it being a 3v3 on site with the spike down, I tried to just be a little bit annoying and hit some wallbangs. Yeah, even watching this back now, I still don't know how I didn't kill the breach. But it's fine since once again, my teammates win the clutch.
nice.
With the game tied 3-3, this run was pretty important to win. So when I used my ult and rotated to C, it completely crumbled as then I was in a 2v5 with my Omen.
Player standing.
Oh my god.
For the next 3 rounds, I did absolutely nothing, while also losing every single one of them. But finally, in round 11, I was in a 2v5 with my Fade. They then killed the Jet and got the plant down.
He passed, I think he passed.
One enemy remaining. Last player.
Heaven last, heaven.
Good job.
Honestly, what a round from me and Fade. Then straight after we went to C, and after my Jet entered and got the Vice in a bad position, I traded him and we got onto site.
Nice.
For the next 3 rounds, I did literally nothing, and that brought the score to 9-6. And with this round already being in a 5v4, we still had a chance. Except then literally the whole rest of my team died.
Spike planted.
Teleport's ready.
Last player
Two of it.
standing.
That's 3.
Two of it.
One enemy remaining.
And 4.
2 minutes.
This is less than ideal.
I almost won, but I just didn't have enough time. We lost the next 2 rounds as well, and they're now on match point, which means we need to win the next 6 rounds in a row for a chance to actually win. And after I used my ult, I had to rotate all the way over to A, but by the time I got there, it was a 2v2.
Enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Teleport's ready.
Now, we just need 5 more. Once again, I was solo on C and the other team pushed A, and by the time I rotated, I was the only one alive against 4 of them.
Spike planted.
Off your feet! Teleport's ready.
One enemy remaining.
That's 3.
Well, I think this might be the best game I've played on Chamber so far, apart from the fact that I lost. And that means I've gone down another 20 RR.
Why did we lose?
And so that now means out of the 4 games I've played on Chamber, I've only won 1. So I'm gonna need to change that soon. I went into another game, but let's just say things didn't get much better at all. Especially since it was on Ascent, which is one of Chamber's worst maps.
This come. Nice. Go quickly.
Next.
Last player standing. Spike down B.
Oh my god, what is going on, bro? Okay. Oh my god.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
Revealing area. Spotted mid.
Oh my god. Side side, both. What? Just awful. Terrible.
As you can probably tell, I really did not enjoy that game. Like, it was just not fun to play at all, and I was really starting to lose my mental from it. If next game's like that, I'm literally never going to play Chamber again. The next game was on Pearl, which is actually pretty good for me, since it's actually one of Chamber's good maps. We started on attack, and even though I didn't do anything in the first 2 rounds, we still won both of them. Obviously, the third one would be a lot harder, so we tried pushing through mid-link. Unfortunately, their jet pushed through the smoke, and ended up getting 2, which now makes it much harder to win. But it's fine, because my team's actually just better.
Shot. 90 Sova, 90 Sova.
There might be double on the bomb.
One enemy remaining.
Shield 2v1.
We haven't seen him. He might be B, not gonna lie.
Nice.
I walked up A in the next round and traded my KO, but I had basically no health left. And after I tried to rotate back to my teammate, I found a Yoru in my spawn.
Zero TP to spawn.
A little bit later in round 8, we pushed A, and I got myself another kill. But after TPing out, I was left in a 2v2 with my Vice, and I just got destroyed. Now I could only get a Guardian since I wanted to get full shield, and I went into mid. After getting these 2, we went to B and planted, but it wasn't enough to win the round.
One's out.
Last player standing. One enemy.
I finally got my ult for the first time this game, and actually got a kill from it on A. And since we knew where the rest of them were, we went back to B, and I missed the easiest shot of my life. Yeah, this really isn't the gun for me. And then I just died in the dumbest way.
Oh my god.
And then in the round after, I lost a gunfight to a sheriff. Maybe it's not even Chamber, and I'm just awful at this game. And of course, in the final round of the half, I died again. As Chamber, I got my headhunter in the first round, and managed to get one, but I wasn't fast enough with the TP. But still, we won the round. And now I had enough money to get an outlaw. Even though I didn't see anyone, I still have my outlaw for the next round, so I could still do something with it. But once again, I did not see a single person the entire round. But now I finally had a chance to use the outlaw that I've had for ages, and yeah, snipers really aren't for me. I had to rotate all the way to A, and by the time I got there, I basically already lost the round. I think I was autopiloting at this point, because then I bought an op, and I think you could probably guess how this round is going to go.
They won't
Running.
commit.
Yeah, after missing that shot, we had to go all the way to B.
That's long.
Last player standing.
With the game now at 8-9, I was going double negative and was holding my team back from what should have been a pretty easy game. And now I also couldn't buy. But obviously it didn't matter anyway because I got destroyed again. A few rounds later it was 8-11 and I still haven't got another kill. But after finally being on the right side of the push, I could actually do something. And just as the round was looking won, something terrible happened.
One up. Backside.
Player standing.
And now that they were on match point, I had my ult. But I'm just really hoping I can finally hit a shot with it. Yeah, you know it's bad when I can get more kills with my headhunter than an operator. Obviously, we lost this game, and that's now back-to-back while going basically double negative. And because of that, I'm going to stop playing any more Chamber, because this was probably the least fun I've had on this game. But if this video gets 5,000 likes, I'll try it again and do the full 7 days. Also, again, a big thank you to War Thunder for sponsoring this video. Don't forget to play it for free on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, or mobile by using my links in the pinned comment or video description. New and returning players that haven't played in 6 months will also receive a massive bonus pack across PC and consoles, including multiple premium vehicles and more. Available for a limited time only, so make sure not to miss it.